What's up, guys? It's John with National Sports Entertainment. And I wanted to get into where we're at in the playoffs here, as well as just so far what I've gotten wrong and right. So, obviously, Clippers I had going to the Western Conference Finals, and they're out. What I will say to that is, in the last video I did when I went over the entire brackets, the one thing I did notice was the Warriors were not matched up against the Suns. And I had said, because of that reason, if the Warriors win, it did make me a little more sure that not sure, but it gave more credence, I would say, to the Suns winning, and vice versa. If the Suns win, then I was almost positive the Warriors are going to win. So I was wrong about the Clippers, but I can totally see this as a great rivalry as well. So I'm not shocked that I'd be a little more if the Sixers were knocked out in the first round, just because I think that'd leave a really boring playoffs. Of course, I still have the Sixers winning, but I think Warriors now, especially, I think them and the Suns is too much of a draw, and they've been planting the seeds way too long for it not to happen. So what I'm saying is, I think the Warriors are essentially a lock. Now, of course, they can go down 2-3 and come back. I'm not saying they drop everything you got on them to win tonight. I am saying at essentially even odds, I absolutely love the Warriors tonight. I really think you just have to match up the Warriors and the Suns, and that would actually be in the Western Conference Finals. So I mean, it's very, I would say, appropriate considering all year long you have Clay trolling Booker, and I think that now that I have to reassess those two teams, I have the Suns, only because I think so much money is going to be on the Warriors. They did it last year as a rug pull, and I really do believe that the Warriors got their send-off. Steph got his send-off. Now LeBron's getting some love. I don't think he's going to – I definitely still don't have them winning or even going to the conference finals. But I do think that the Warriors-Suns match makes a lot of sense, and I do think that the Suns are going to win that. I don't see why the Warriors winning that would make any sense. Even with Durant, you have to understand there's a lot of preseason money. I don't think too many people were putting money on the Suns. So anyway, let's go into the other games. Kings, Cavs, this was another one, like I said. Cavs, one of the teams that they really presented as being a feisty, gritty team this year. And the Knicks, they just really pushed as having superstars. And, Robinson, Randall, they're not messing around. These guys are playing like stars. So looks like the Knicks are going to take this one, and I think all the teams that are leading I have winning, just because I don't think we're going to get some crazy comeback. Now, this one, I'm not going to give up on the Bucks just yet. I can actually see them coming back, just because, again, I think they want draws in the playoffs, and the way they've treated the Heat this year, they just haven't treated them, in my opinion, like a team that they're going to have go to the championship. I don't see it. I could see the Hawks doing it. And I still have this, Celtics beating them, but I'm just saying I could see the Hawks ahead of the Heat even, because I just think the way the Heat have been portrayed compared to last year doesn't make any sense. So I do like the Bucks here in this game. Of all the teams, I think they obviously have the greatest chance of coming back, and I think they want to show people Giannis is unstoppable. So, and I do believe he's playing. Now with Celtics-Hawks, I think the Celtics will probably finish it off. I think I had them winning in 7. Like I said, I don't think they're going to have the Hawks look weak. They already look stronger than last year. And again, last year the Heat went far. I just don't see it happening again. So if they eke past the Bucks, I still have them getting bumped in the next round. But yeah, I do like the tonight. I like the Bucks to cover. If I'm playing, I think that's a good play. It's been a close series. The games have been pretty close, and the Heat have won a couple nice ones. So 12 points. I think a lot of people will be on the Heat with that, and trying to get the upset value. Obviously, the Warriors, I'm just going to take them -2. You could take a money line, but I like getting as close to even odds as I can. Lakers, Grizzlies. I like the Grizzlies here. I don't think this series is over. I think, again, this is going to be a feisty one where they're going to have Brooks fight back after being called out by Jefferson, and Ja's, they want to embarrass Ja, I believe, and he's being embarrassed. but I think they're going to push it another game at least. So I do like the Grizzlies, and I like them to cover. And Knicks Cavs, I actually like the Knicks money line, just because I think of all the games, this one might be the most exciting. Obviously, Kings Warriors is exciting; they're all exciting, but I think this one with the guys you have on both sides, I really think they're gonna make this an exciting game. And getting 205, I definitely think the Knicks can close it out, and it would just secure them as, beating the Cavs in 5 games. That's a pretty impressive feat. They have one of the best records in the entire of all the teams in the East. So a lot of people could then believe, hey, maybe the Knicks can beat the whoever, and the Celtics, whoever it may be. I don't see it happening, but you never know. Just because Stephen A. Smith is getting so excited, I'm almost positive the Knicks are going to lose in laughable fashion in the second round. I could be wrong. But yeah, so as far as tonight, I like the Knicks money line. I do like the Grizzlies cover. I do like the Bucks cover, and I like the Warriors cover. So essentially, I like the favorites to all win and cover, except the Knicks. I like the Knicks to win straight up. And like I said, I'm always going to reassess. I'm not going to just sit here and say, oh, that's, I'm going to pretend that this was right or this didn't happen. So, the second the Clips got eliminated, I went right to my secondary theory, which was, like I had gone over a couple times before, Booker versus Clay. Or just however, you have the big three versus the big three, the Warriors dynasty versus the Suns super team. I just think that has to be a matchup, especially now that it's literally just a couple games away from happening. This one could go either way. We can go into this one tomorrow. We'll see what the talking heads are saying. It's really hard to guess any particular game in the playoffs. That's why I haven't been doing every single game. I've been trying to just cover for the gist what I think is going to happen. But yeah, it looks like the Lakers are going to, get it done. I think they'll get past the Grizzlies, but it won't be the Battle of LA. But again, I believe the Nuggets are playing the Suns, so they're going to be playing another California team, it looks like the Lakers are. So that should be interesting, whether they play the Warriors or the Kings, the Battle of California, they can call it. But I've noticed a lot of California teams in it, which is interesting. I also noticed Nets got swept again. I'm not sure if they're talking about that, but I do find that funny that, the same team would get swept in the first round. It's just interesting, and maybe they're being punished, who knows. But once they went down 2-0, I was wondering that. I'm like, I wonder if they're going to get swept. And I'm almost positive they got swept. Maybe it was 4-1, but I was pretty sure I saw them 4. Let me check it just to see. I'm almost positive they did get swept, but if not, 4-1 still interesting. But yeah, getting 40 twice would be quite the feat. I'm not sure if the last time that's happened. Yeah, they might. I'm guessing they did if they haven't played in this long. Yeah, if they got 40'd. Okay, so yeah, I'm wondering if I didn't see any articles on that. They talked that they were swept. I'm sure they mentioned how they got swept more than once. I mean, I'd be talking about it if I'm these talking heads. So there might be something interesting behind that. But yes, Philly's looking good. I think they're gonna have an issue where they might be a good team to bet on. I would say, as far as like the playoffs, after game 2 or 3, I have a good feeling that they might go down like 1-2, maybe even 1-3, and come back and win. Because again, they keep painting Doc as this guy who can't get it done. So I can see him, going down and then coming back and winning at least one of these rounds. So just a little, tidbit of advice of how I would play the Sixers. I still like them to win the entire thing, and I still like that. But as far as getting your value, I think there's a very good chance they might go down the first game, and maybe even the first 2. They start questioning Doc, and next thing you know, it's you see them playing like a super team again. So I just wanted to cover the next couple days, just basically what's happened and what I think will happen as far as these teams. And yeah, the Bucks, I have them coming back. I do. I don't think the Heat are enough of a draw. They're trying to push Jimmy now. I just think it's too late. I don't think enough people are behind them. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I wouldn't count on the Bucks getting dropped in the first round. So if you're getting like plus 200 or something to take them to win the series, I'm actually going to check on because I might play it myself, to be quite honest. I do like the Bucks here to come back. And as far as the other ones, I think they just write themselves. That Grizzlies probably get another win or 2, but then get bumped. Knicks, I think they get it done tonight to show their power. And yeah, the Warriors is my favorite play just because after the Suns won, I think you absolutely need the Warriors to play them so they can have that amazing rivalry that they've been teasing all year. So take care, everybody. I'll talk to you soon, and happy earnings. And thank you, everybody that's been checking in. As I said, I've been a lot busier, so I've been trying to get out at least periodic videos where I can kind of cover where my mind's at on the games, so you kind of know where I'm at, even if I can't get a video out every single day. So take care and happy earnings.